All right, let's go back to Las Vegas now. The other half of the headliner this Saturday. Again, very important fight in the featherweight division. Two of the very best in that weight class going toe-to-toe. A potential number one contender fight. Crazier things have happened. It's Arnold Allen against our final guest of the day, the one and only Calvin Kattar. There he is. Calvin, what's up, man? How are you?
Final guest. It's an honor. Saving the best
Yes,
for last. I like it.
absolutely. And don't worry, I'm not going to mention Monday Night Football or anything like that. We don't need to talk about, there's nothing to talk about. So don't worry, I'm not going to bring it up, okay?
I've been real quiet lately, Ariel. Have your fun. Have at it, man. I had the last 2 decades. The least I could do.
We appreciate that. Thank you. That's very, very kind of you.
Yeah.
And yes, yesterday I texted you to come on, didn't get the reply back. I was like, wow, is Calvin mad at me? Forgot to mention that it was the new number. So now I understand why. So I'm sorry about that. You probably saw this and you were like, whoever this is, take a hike. I would imagine you would have replied had you known it was me, right?
Of course, of
Okay.
course. So, I mean, honestly, I'm usually MIA during fight week. A lot of times, if it's important, they'll reach out to, Tyson.
Yes.
But I still kept your old number in case you're trying to just, pull something over on us. In case you don't answer this number, I'm gonna reach out to the old one in case you're trying to misdirect us.
No, I don't know who that person is. I think someone else has it. It's a bit of a mess of a situation, Calvin. We don't have to get into that. But let's get into your situation. Speaking of a mess, by the way, Austin in June. That was a mess. What happened, man?
I gotta say, first and foremost, I didn't see the interview, but my buddies told me I got a lot of respect for the fact that not because it was, biased towards me that you told Emmett you thought that I won, but just out of respect that you kept it straight. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
2 people sugarcoating shit. I felt like I did enough, man. It's nothing against him. Same thing with Sugar Sean and It's like, it's not the fighter's fault. You know what I'm saying? It's they're out trying to just get a W, but I outstruck them. I had 2 or 3 judges had me winning 3 of the 5 rounds. He had 21 stitches or something in his eye. I had no laceration. I don't get it, man. The only thing that sucks now is I'm sitting without my win side money, and I think he might be in line for an interim title fight. But at the end of the day, all you could do is focus on the next one and earn, everything you want in front of you. So it's just on to the next one. It is what it is, but that last one sucked.
Was it demoralizing? Like, how did you handle it in the aftermath? How did it feel? Because it felt, if memory serves me correct, and I did as well, like, it felt like a lot of people thought you had won.
Yeah, not to say, I've seen, it was a close fight. I've seen worse robberies, but I mean, I just felt like they got it wrong. You know what I mean? Like I said, just going off facts. And I mean, they want to talk about damage. I mean, I did more damage too. Look at the pictures. Look at, it is what it is. But yeah, like I said, now I'm just sitting on the only thing that really affects me is the money side on the back end, and then obviously the derailment of a longer path to the title. But if you are who you think you are, then it just takes a little longer to get there, and you got to believe that. And I do. So I know we got a tough test ahead of us in Arnold Allen, and to not give him my full focus would be a mistake. And he has my full attention.
And you're referring to the fact that you have like the win show pay scale, right? So
yeah,
that sucks, man. That sucks. So you got robbed.
It sucks, bro.
Oh my gosh. And it's 50-50?
Yeah.
Like it's half your pay?
Yeah, half my fucking pay, man. It sucks. So that's what hurts the most, especially with this maybe a recession coming up. I'm trying to secure some long-term money, and we don't get retirement in this game. You got to be smart with it when you get it. So these are things I'm working on, and but I mean, in the short of it, no one really gives a shit about all that. They just, in the long term, it's like they just see whether you won or lost. They don't see the red tape and all the other bullshit. But I felt like I said, I felt like they got it wrong, and I mean, at this point now, it's water under the bridge, right? Because it's always who's the next fighter getting fucked, right? They're always onto that. It's like, and then it's the next news clip, and then we're on to the next one. It's just how it works.
That is how it works. Unfortunately, by the way, have you rewatched the fight?
I have one time. I don't watch it much. I watch a little bit. I don't really watch many of them a lot, but I did rewatch it. I still felt like I did enough. I feel like the first 2 were razor close, but you want to talk damage? I opened up his eye in the first round. My arms are sore. He hit me with a lot of arm shots. I understand the optics kind of looked, like I was backing up maybe, or he hit my arms. He was pushing after his combinations, so like it looked like. But I mean, just I climbed the cage after the damn fight. I put my hands up. I felt like I did enough. You know, everything was great. Austin was great all week. Everything was wonderful. My sister had moved there. She had a baby. I just got to see the baby after a month it was born. He was born. I can't call babies it.
Yes.
Bad habit.
Yeah.
But everything felt good, man, except, you know, the only reason why I went there was to just get that W. So I just, you know, all you can do is take the positives, pick up, move on. And it's definitely just, you know, fueled, you know, training. And we got to adjust and adapt. I obviously got to, you know, switch things up a little bit. I don't want to say a lot because I felt like I did what I had to do. So it's just confusing, you know, more than anything. But what can you do?
Do you think anything could be done to change? I mean, we just saw a controversial one, or is that just the nature of this sport? There's always going to be close ones?
I mean, I think Tyson reached out because there are mistakes, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, Tyson had a great idea. Can you share that he sent it to me. That was in the aftermath. No, you don't like it?
No, I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying like that's a whole bunch of shit that I focus on fighting. You know what I mean?
Sure.
When he told me I had 2 of the 3 judges had me winning 3 of the 5 rounds, I was like, what? And I was really confused because I don't even get to that level. I'm just like, split. I lost what? But he goes and dives in, you know, and I mean, he's got a ruling system that he thinks will work better. And it's kind of more in my situation, I want to say. He could break it down better than I could. I don't even want to go get him, man, because honestly, people hear this type shit. I hate talking after a loss. You seem like a poor sport loser.
I get it.
You know, it is what it is. But he's got a good idea with that. More so, I'm saying he reached out. I think he's doing an appeal based off, like, you know, maybe Chris Lee made a mistake in that 4th, you know, because that was my most decisive round. And then probably the most decisive round of the fight. And Chris Lee had it going the other way. But, you know, I want to say there was a discrepancy. Maybe it was a mistake of there has been in the past of a, you know, red corner, blue corner, and then opposite tapes and shorts. And maybe he just scored it wrong accidentally. I don't know. That's what he's working on. Me. You know, I'm focused on training, fighting, next guy, who's up. I very rarely look back and do all that. But it's important, man, because, you know, I felt like something was wrong on that last one and something should be done about it. But at the end of the day, man, we really don't have much power to do much. And I don't think a fight's ever been overturned that fact based off that. Not one. So,
no. It's impossible.
My focus is just on the next one, man, always.
Okay. But one last thing on all this. Open scoring. In favor or not?
Why not? Yeah, I don't mind it. Allows fighters to let them know where they're at. I'm all about transparency and everything. You know, I got nothing to hide.
Yeah.
No one else should. I mean, what's wrong with transparency? I think everything has gone towards that, you know, over the years. So
I agree.
Scoring, not much different. And can't hurt it. I mean, the system's already fucked up, right? Well,
I agree 100%.
We got to do something.
So you went from that great crowd, that great new arena in Austin. By the way, that's so crazy. Your sister had just moved to Austin. What are the chances that you would headline a show in Austin? And
I know
that's crazy. That's unbelievable. And now you go to the Apex, Calvin. Come on. Is there a part of you that's like, man, Apex? Come on. You deserve better. This is a big time fight.
Yeah, I heard your stance on that. I get it. And it is special, man. Being in that crowd, I was that guy talking shit saying, you know, I always focus on the fight. I kind of just do. I don't really take in the crowd much. You see me walk into the cage. I don't really feed into that a lot. I'm already kind of ready to go. I don't need like the emotion of the crowd. That's kind of my spiel, right? That's what I say. And then after the fight though, man, holy shit, does that crowd drive you crazy when you can really take it in after the fight. But I wait till after the fight most times to really take in that crowd. But it's amazing when you do. There's just really nothing like it. So the Apex is definitely more of an intimate feel. I will say, my family and friends, they spent an arm and a leg, especially on this holiday weekend, you know, Halloween, to get out there and watch it. That's the part I feel for. But a lot of them were very happy with like getting the piece of canvas as a memorabilia thing that they weren't aware of. The experience, you know, they really enjoyed themselves. It was a little bit more secluded. So I'll say that. But for us fighters, definitely after the fight, hearing that crowd more, that's why you do this shit. That's what kept me going my first 3 fights. Hearing them chant your name on the way out, almost disrespectful. Even like halfway through the card, they chant my name. I'm like, guys, like I'm not even fighting for like 6 fights, and they just hearing that chanting and that crowd, that support. That's what kind of kept me addicted to this shit.
Yeah, I just think you guys are 2 of the best fighters in your weight class. you deserve to be fighting in front of a lot of people. Like, this is the major leagues of MMA. It's not me trying to be a troublemaker. You deserve that. And every other athlete is fighting in front of a big time crowd right now. Why are you guys not? But alas, I digress. Have you been impressed with Arnold Allen? He doesn't maybe get the attention that some of the top guys at 45 do. He's not as active, and he will admit that he's been injury hit over the last, but he's on this amazing winning streak, and he's a super tough out, and I thought he looked amazing in his last fight. Have you been impressed with him?
I mean, who hasn't been injury strict in this sport? But yeah, of course, man. Anytime you can go 9-0 in the UFC, you're doing something right. It's impressive, But it's my job to go out there and try to get the job done, no matter who I'm stepping against. But there's a lot of guys that the sport's growing, man. It's evolving. You got some killers coming up, and you got some killers ahead of us too. So it's a great time to be a UFC fan. I feel like it's only gotten the competition's only gotten stiffer. The fan base has grown. It's awesome, man. I'm a fan first and foremost of the game and the sport. I love watching it, and I like what you brought up the other day too. That number one contender fight, if they're transparent about it,
yes,
would be nice to have 5 rounds too. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool, but I mean, you're edging towards the side of transparency, like you're saying, and I don't know. We'll see.
The more
it's not always
transparent,
picture perfect, man.
The better, right? Everything in this sport.
Everything, yeah.
Well, I could go on.
But I understand, man. I run a little promotion. Obviously, I'm not a little plug, New Hampshire, right? But I see all the time, and the shit that I go through. It's funny when I see a fighter on the card this time with a to be determined. It makes me feel good that not only us local promotions got to deal with this shit, but even at the highest level, man, they deal with a lot of shit behind the scenes that we're not aware of, and I'm mindful of that. But I feel like transparency, for the most part, while running your business is a good thing.
By the way, when's the last time you ran a show?
Last time I ran a show was shit. It was man, I can't even remember now. Why am I drawing a blank? It was August. And I got another one November 19th. I got one 3 weeks after the fight.
Nice. And how's business? I
always do the Saturday before Thanksgiving.
Oh,
the fighters appreciate that. They compete and they enjoy the holidays.
I love that.
I book that every year, but yeah, business is great, man. We got some good, exciting things on the back end of this fight that I can't announce yet, but I'm excited to, hopefully. Yeah, things are going great, man. You're seeing all these other fighters, getting in the promotion game. I think back, man, I was like 24, 25 when I kind of jumped in, and I've always kind of had the hope that fighting would complement combat zone, and combat zone would complement my fighting. They kind of grow interchangeably, and it's a great spot to be in, man, because I was just hopeful at the time, and a lot of hard work, and what now, like 15 years later, it's starting to finally come to fruition. It's good to see hard work pay off, and I'm still doubling down on everything that got me here, and we're almost at the peak, man, and I'm working hard to get it.
So what do you think happens? You let's say all goes well for you on Saturday. What are you fighting for here? Because I still feel like you kind of get brownie points for the performance in June. You've got Yair out there, but his fight ended somewhat unceremoniously, and you have Emmett, who was the guy that you fought in June. Is it possible that you can slide it? What do you think? What do we feel happens here?
I'd love to spend that brownie points on a down payment. With this recession cover, but it's different, man. It's two different attitudes. O'Malley was like, "I got to see what happened," and then Emmett's like, "I want a title fight." I was like, "Man, would you really? You feel like that?" It's different, but yeah. After this, man, I'm literally, Ariel. Listen, every time it doesn't change, man. The only thing that changes is the opponents. I'm always just chasing the other side, the life on the other side of a win, man. It's like chasing that win side money, chasing bigger opportunities. Shout out to Arnold Allen. You got to have a strong B side in order to have these big moments. These main events. You don't get them by fighting scrubs. And so I'm grateful to have these quality opponents, these big opportunities. And I'm at the point now where I'm just trying to change my life, man. I'm just trying to get everything I've been trying to get for the last 15 years. It's all in front of me, and I'm just trying to capitalize on these opportunities and these moments in time in front of me, man. And I have another big one come Saturday night.
Yeah, so it's one thing to kind of get quote unquote robbed when you're 3-0, but when you're this close, that's probably why it stings so much, right? Because every single one of these is so damn important at this point. Like, you are literally on the doorstep, right?
Yep. And then you already know, man, of like you catch an L there, now all of a sudden you're going through the consolation rounds.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost easier to just win all with a fast track, right to the title like these other guys, man. But I've come up that way, man. And honestly, I don't want no fucking fast track. I want to earn it. When I get it, I want that Charles Oliveira shit. People proud and happy of me when I get it. Like, man, this kid got it through the mud. He earned that. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's more my story, and I'm cool with it because I only want it unless I feel like I've earned it myself. So we're working hard every day to make that a reality.
If Volkanovski fights for the 55 title in February, what do you think they should do with the 45 division? Are you in favor of an interim belt, or do you think that they should just wait?
I mean, depends on where these guys like sitting around waiting for it. So, I mean, might as well give them something to be busy with, I guess, you know. Shout out to the champ, man. I respect what he's doing. There's no hate on this side, man. That's how a champion's got to act. Want to compete, you know, out there testing themselves, wanting to be great, seeing how far he could push it. I'm rooting for him in that fight against Islam, and he's got his hands full, man. Obviously, that guy's a beast, but I just respect the mindset and the willingness to go out and you know, do what you can to be great, man. I love to see it, and I'm just trying to jock for climb that ladder one step closer to take on him or whoever's next in line for these title fights and get my name in that discussion.
He's a special guy, right? I mean, pound for pound best right now, 45 champ, and he's weighing in as a backup fighter. That doesn't happen.
That's that mindset, man. That's that mentality. It's a championship mentality. I respect it. I love it. And it'd be an honor to compete against him one day. But in the meantime, on the back end, it's a lot of fun to watch him go out and dare to be great.
Do you think he has a shot against Islam? Do you like his chances?
Pound for pound, fucking number one in the world, man. You got a fighting chance against anybody, you know? Yeah, hell yeah. He's got a chance against everybody, man. I'm rooting for the 45 pounder. You know, that's my weight class. I'm not hating. I respect it, man. I'm rooting for him. And I hope he gets the job done.
If you do something decisive, if you have a decisive win on Saturday and Yair's fight went the way which it did against Ortega and Emmett's fight obviously was against Hughes, I feel like you might give them something to think about here. I feel like you might put them in a really tough spot. Do you feel like you could enter that conversation, that interim title conversation or number one contender conversation, whatever they're going to call that next fight?
I hope so, man, because that's what a weird situation, right? And it's not even Yair's fault either.
Right.
You know, it's like, what a weird situation that is. All I could do is do my best, go out, get a finish, just decisive performance and just show why I belong in that discussion. And you never know, man. Like you said, stranger shit has happened. Maybe those two square off, fight, maybe an injury happens, and now there's someone that needs to fill in for the interim title. Like you said, weird shit's happen, and just being ready always pays off. So you could better believe that after this fight, I'm just doing what I always do, stay in the gym, doubling down on what got me here, and being ready for some wacky shit to play out.
What's the key to beating Arnold? Someone who's looked amazing in the UFC, undefeated. In your opinion, is there something that needs to be done?
Just go out and be the best Calvin Kattar, you know, show up and perform like I know I can to the best of my abilities on fight night. I feel like if I could do that, then it's enough for anybody in the division. I just, you know, the pressure is always on yourself to just go out and perform like you know you can, and that's it.
Well, I love this main event, man. Again, I say it out of total respect and admiration. I just wanted to see it in a big arena because you guys deserve that. You have earned that, but it doesn't take anything away from the fight. It's going to be amazing. Big stakes. You're two of the very best and two of my personal favorites. So I wish you the best. Good luck on Saturday. Appreciate you doing this. Can't wait for the fight.
Thanks, Ari. Always a pleasure talking to you, buddy.
All right. Talk to you soon. There he is, Calvin Kattar. Massive spot for him on Saturday against Arnold Allen. What a big fight. I mean, it's one of the best fight night main events, truly, of the year. Two evenly matched guys, two of the top guys at 45. Interesting division, going through some changes here with Volkanovski seemingly moving up to 55. For now, he'll be back. What are they going to do with Yair? What are they going to do with Emmett? What are they going to do with Max Holloway? What are they going to do with Korean Zombie? They're all in the mix. Really interesting stuff there, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out. Saturday's going to be a fun day.